Well,
should I take my hat off or should I keep it on?
Keep it on. Oh, I'll take it off for sure.
Okay.
Cool. We're back.
We're back.
We're back, sack and crack. I did a little burp then when I was saying it.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
We're doing another podcast. Woohoo!
I feel so gassed that we're
back.
taking time to do this.
Same. Oh, no, that's fine.
Yeah, it feels
in a
really
right...
good. This feels like it's worthwhile to do for our lives.
I know. It's
and
fun.
The fact that it got lost for a couple of weeks was bumming me out.
Yeah, same.
I just didn't have the energy to.
I know, you were so busy.
It.
This is like something that we're picking away at and like doing, and then one day I want to work on this and it be like a real thing that we do all the time.
Yeah.
So we need to put time and effort in at the beginning, don't we?
Yeah, completely.
We've got some questions that I want to talk about. Oh wait,
yeah, that's good.
What happened at the end of the last episode that we're going to talk about?
So at the end of the last episode, by the way, at the end of the last episode, you said, "Oh, I was saying something to Lewis, and he thought it was really toxic."
Yeah.
Okay, start talking about that. I'm just going to check the focus on this again
Okay.
because I was singing at the start. And
I know.
Then,
do you think we need to be a bit closer?
Sure. We can just like reframe now. I quite like this. I like this vibe.
I think we should be closer. Like that?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm just
Okay.
gonna. Yeah. Go on. So say what you were doing.
So I came into the kitchen. No, we were both in the kitchen the other day and I was watching Lewis dancing and I said to him, I love you so much that like I truly don't think anyone could love you as much as I love you. But like I didn't mean it in terms of like you'll never find anyone that it's just like my love for you is so unexplainably large and like it's every single part of this sounds so cringe, but I feel like I love you the most that anyone could. And then you said that's actually quite toxic.
That's
and
like
I realised
the most toxic thing you could possibly say.
It's so toxic because it basically means you'll never find anyone else that will love you this much. So you're stuck here with me.
Well,
right?
The issue is that like that's what someone would say if they were trying to
trap you.
Yeah, completely.
But I truly mean it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I hope I love you I hope I give you as much love that anyone can in the world.
Sure. And I think you do.
Do you feel like that about me or do you not? Is this weird that I've said this?
No, I guess I do feel like that about you.
Like, do you feel like you get me and you love me more than anyone could or not?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't know if anyone else could, so I wouldn't say that.
Maybe I shouldn't say that then.
I think that I get you more than I've ever got anyone.
Same with me.
Yeah.
How I feel about you.
But like hugely, right? So I understand why you would say like no one else would ever get me like you.
Yeah, because like if I died, I would love for someone to love you as much as I love you.
Yeah.
Or if I went away.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
That's actually quite nasty to say because then you're just stuck thinking, well, maybe she is the only person that would love me, and like everyone would love you because you're so amazing.
I guess what's great is that even though it like you saying that firstly didn't make me feel trapped, and secondly like I already feel like that.
Cool.
So
thank you.
It was, and obviously it was a joke that I said that.
I know it was just quite toxic. An interesting topic to talk about.
Yeah, but I mean, it was actually quite nice. Like I received it really well.
Thank you.
It was a nice thing to hear because it was like,
yeah,
that's so nice, and it's also like so. It's like
I'm quite embarrassed.
Do you? Are you?
No.
Okay.
Carry on.
It's like how nice for me that the person that I'm together in a relationship with thinks that they love me the most out of anyone in the whole world. That's a lot of love.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. Sorry. Okay, well, I'm glad we got rid of that because I was thinking about that yesterday as well.
Yeah, so truly I don't feel trapped.
Cool.
Also, do you know, like,
I don't feel trapped.
if we had to break up,
yeah,
it would obviously be savage, but it would be so easy.
No.
Like,
we've kind of built each other up to be better people, don't you think?
Yeah, and also just like the process of breaking up, I genuinely would just like, we would just be like, hey, this doesn't work anymore, does it?
It's very easy to say that. What if one of us cheated or something bad?
Oh yeah, well, I mean,
do you mean like amicably if we were just like, this isn't for us anymore?
Yeah, like if it started to feel like if it started to feel like you weren't the person most in love with me in the world, then surely we would just be like, hey, this is starting to feel like you're not that anymore.
Totally. That makes me feel really sad. My whole body's just like gone goosebump.
Shriveled up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to think about if you broke up, like, we can talk so well. I think it's very easy for us to be like, we can talk so well now and stuff, but like, if we were breaking up and one of us said that to the other one, like, the hurt would come over you, and I don't think straight away you would be able to be that mature, because you'd be very, like, it would be, like, imagine if I just said that to you tomorrow, you'd be like, wow, I want you to be happy, so like, that's so sad that I'm not your person anymore, but like, you'd have to have a real swallow it moment, wouldn't you? It's like, it would take some time to feel like that. I'd just be like, you're wrong. I'd be like, we're meant to be together. I'm joking. Yeah. We don't need to think about that though, do we?
No, I know. Yeah, that took a funny turn, really. But
imagine if we just broke up now on the podcast.
Yeah. Just not really vibing this anymore.
Oh God, really ruined my bank holiday.
Where's the King's coronation?
I know. King's Corrie.
Do you have any thoughts about that at all?
No, I couldn't care less. Same. What happens with the royals? I just don't care. I know that, is that bad?
I feel like I should actively not care more.
Okay.
Like, I feel like I should actively be against it.
I just feel like they're so far away from us and like the people of the world who have to go through life, that it's just like, I don't really want to give them any attention, because it's like, come down here and help everyone. Everything's terrible down here for people. You know what I mean? Yeah,
that's the point.
I find it really hard to like, maybe that's why I do care then, because if you say you don't care,
I'm saying like you could go further in that direction than maybe just not caring about the coronation.
Ignorant, so you don't care. Yeah, because I do care, because people are going to be devastated that they've spent all this money on this thing, and it's like, hello, the world that you're supposed to be leading, everyone's poor and no one has any money and everyone's homeless.
But what are you doing about it?
Totally.
No, you.
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not protesting, I guess. Should I go and protest today?
I have no idea.
I feel like a lot of people must feel like that, surely. I know everyone likes day off work, but it's like, it feels very inappropriate right now, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it's pretty inappropriate in general. Like.
Yeah, not right now, just like.
Yeah.
If you want to fix the whole of, I guess, the UK, maybe we'll have a party for you, but I just think,
it's just an odd, to be honest, I know absolutely nothing.
I know, I don't know if we should be like waving our thoughts over here.
Can we saying,
what do you think?
I'm erring on the side of the royals are stupid.
Yeah, me too, I think.
Cool.
Can we answer some questions?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was going to read them. We were going to discuss them.
Oh yeah, and
we
never did.
Yeah.
Do you want to look at the pig? Frida, you're so sweet. I love you. Do you know what I feel a bit guilty about? That we gave Flea, I mean, obviously love Flea. Millie messaged me saying Flea for, what was it like? She's going to vote Flea for someone in power, like in council or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, or like the MP or something.
Yeah.
But I just feel bad that like we never gave Frida that much.
I know.
Bless her.
Well, it's because Frida was a fucking annoying little dog for a bit.
She's an angel and we love her.
She's being so... Yeah, should we do a little Frida update? The Frida update is that we took our dinner down to the beach the other day and threw a tennis ball for her, and she just pootled around on the beach while we were sitting there eating our... what was it? Thai curry.
Like Thai. Like Frida is a great dog, and she's so well behaved when she's around other dogs. She's never the naughtiest one of the bunch, is she? Yeah. She's so friendly. She gets snapped at by other dogs, and she's just friendly and walks away. I'm so proud of her.
Yeah.
Fried, we're talking about you. Hi.
Yeah, she's really sweet.
And she's so lovely, and I just love her. And look at her. She gets a bit of a bad rep because of her breed, but she's so lovely and social, aren't you?
She's super sweet.
Everyone who's come to the studio recently, she's just been lovely to and says hello. And
she does still growl at everyone who walks past the window, though.
Yeah. Do you have anything to say? Should we let you speak? She's a bit more of a quiet pig, isn't she?
Yeah, I think she keeps her...
She's not like Flea running her mouth.
She only says the important stuff.
Okay, let's do the questions.
First question.
No, you read. Okay.
I am.
Bossy.
Sorry.
Go on.
Did Lewis ever do that fight he signed up for?
Is that the end of the question?
Well, it said, did he win? But we were going to answer.
It's next month.
Yeah.
Chew, bless me.
Bless you.
I bet people are like, why have you not spoke about it?
Yeah.
It got postponed, didn't it?
It got postponed because I didn't sell enough tickets.
Yeah, our friends are fuck-ups. No one bought any tickets.
No one fucking bought any tickets.
And they were like, when's the fight? And it's like...
Yeah, and then no one bought a ticket. And it's like, well, I can't fight anymore because I didn't sell enough.
So he got put into the second round of the second round.
Yeah, so it's at the end of June. And
how are you feeling about it now?
Feeling really good.
Great.
I feel in a much better physical place than when I started the last round of training. So
love that.
It's pretty good. Feels good. Nice to be getting my heart rate up again.
Get back to the training, baby.
Yeah. Okay.
That was a quick one. Okay, next.
Okay.
Can I read the next one or not?
The next one's really long. Go on.
Do you not like it when I read them? We always have this conversation. Question mark?
It?
Question mark to you. Do you not like it when I read them, or?
I just was kind of like thinking that I would because you read them last time.
Oh, okay, sweetheart. You do it.
No, that's cool.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, no,
okay.
I'm all good.
My best mate often subtly complains to me about his relationship. They've been together for almost 2 years, and early on, he confided to me that he was very hesitant about committing to her. I love them both, but they don't always seem the happiest, and part of me kind of thinks that they're only with each other because they're scared to break up with each other and also of being lonely. I don't know what to say to him whenever he brings up their latest disagreement, and when I'm around them both, I try not to take sides too much about whatever the current dispute is. I guess I'm also scared of being the one that says something and then that triggers their breakup discussions, lol. This is an interesting topic because it is so hard. We talk about this all the time, don't we? Mm. Other people's relationships and like you being involved, like you having to be the friend is really complicated, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you want to start us off with? What you think?
Okay, so firstly, I'll say that I've been like seeing birds in my life that I wish my mates had been like. First of all,
you never say that ever. It's just said birds. It's like, sorry, who are you? You never say that. Can you go back to being like?
Yeah, I've been seeing people who, after I'm not seeing them anymore, everyone's been like, "That was shit." Like they were shit. Why are you doing that? And it's like, why the fuck didn't you say something before? But I do always think, like, if someone said that and you were in it, you'd be like, fuck you, man. You don't get to tell me what to... You don't get... That's not your place.
I guess this is a bit different because it's almost been 2 years. So they're, like, in a relationship. It's not like you dating someone and then your mates being like, oh, just very early on. Yeah. Them being like, don't carry on with that. Like, I don't think it's good, you know? Mm-hmm. This is, like, they're 2 years into their relationship.
Yeah, so I guess at this point, it almost becomes more acceptable to have a really, like, serious, down-to-earth conversation about it, rather than just being like, oh, that's a bit shit. Like,
yeah, it's almost like you being the friend and like being confided in. It's like, instead of making it about them, you could almost make it about your friend and be like, are you okay? Like, it's been 2 years now, you know, and if you do feel like you kind of want to say something because it's just going on and on and on in a bad direction, instead of it feeling like you're attacking the couple or the relationship, you could literally just say to your friend, like, this surely must be getting you down. Like, do you feel happy? Like, has this 2 years made your life better, or has it made it more complicated and difficult? I'm worried about you as a friend. You know, that's way less threatening than, you know,
like
speaking out of line
totally
and being like, I think it's toxic.
Yeah.
And like, I think that we always say this. I've been like this in the past too. I think there's a lot of people that are just with someone because they don't want to be on their own. And that is a very common thing, I think. That's probably a lot of people's secret thoughts, is like, life is tough, the world is hard, and I'm with this person and it's comforting on a Sunday night having a curry, but like having a curry and calling it a day. But actually, it's hard. You've got to be brave to walk away on your own.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess that deserves a bit of thing.
Especially like depending on how intertwined your lives are at that point.
Yeah. But like you saying you don't know what to say when they bring up their recent disagreement, it's like, it's almost like if you get involved in the petty weekly arguments or their recent argument, it's just like, you're going to give all that you've got, give your wise opinion, and then they'll probably make up the next day, and then you'll be the one that looks a bit like a dick because you've said your piece, and it's like, you're not involved in the making up on the sofa, are you? Because then you're just the mate over there. So I would try and stay away from giving an opinion about like the nitty gritty, like bits and bobs of like their arguments. Stop. No, stop it.
Yeah, so I think you're right to stay out of it until you want to have a real conversation about it. I also think like if you've written into this podcast to get our views on it, then you obviously like think it's
important,
necessary. Yeah.
It's so tough. I think that your mates will always no one's ever going to be with the perfect person for them, not all the time. So I've definitely been in the past too invested in telling my friends that they're not in the right thing and there's something better for them, blah blah blah. But actually, like, it's not your life. And I think, you know what I mean? I think if you worry about it too much, they might be together forever and get engaged, and then you'll be like, I've spent the last 4 years trying to give my opinion and tell them stuff that actually, like, that's great that it's not your situation, like, you know. And I think it's got to be a bit of a balance here. Like, you're writing in to us about this, so it's obviously on your mind. And I think you're a very good, like, caring friend to be like this, invested in like what you should say and how you should handle it. I just worry that sometimes with other people's relationships, you think about it too much, and then it just goes on and on and on. Next thing you know, they've been together 6 years, and you're still kind of like trying to hint that it's a toxic thing. You know what I mean? Yeah,
for sure. You do sort of just have to let it go, because otherwise you'll turn into the dude who's got a problem with it.
Yeah. And I think
like, that's not the story. Let's not let that be how it's told, you know.
So I think maybe once give your opinion, and maybe just say like, hey, it's been 2 years, like, you're arguing a lot, are you okay? Like, blah, blah, blah. But actually, no one's there when the doors are closed, are they? It's like, we can give our opinion on like our friends, the things that happen in our friends' lives, but actually no one ever knows the ins and outs, you know?
Yeah.
It could be very different to what you think is going on.
Completely.
So I guess what's our lasting message to you?
I guess the lasting message from me would be, well, kind of what you've said, is like, if you think it's worthwhile to bring up for your mate's sake, bring it up, but make it about them, not about their partner. I think, because that's less jarring to receive. Someone asking you if you're okay is different to someone asking you if you really want to be with.
Totally, that's like very hard to take.
Just make it all about them.
Yeah, and I think you're great. I think you're great for saying you don't take sides and all that. And if it does go on and on, you could just be like, hey, you talking to me about your arguments, like, I don't know, I'm not there, so I can't really give you advice. It's almost got to be between you two, especially if you're friends of both of them. Like, that's so tricky.
Yeah.
It's very different when you're only friends with one person in a couple and then you can kind of give them your opinion. But if you're kind of sitting at the pub with both of them and you know about what they argued about at the weekend, it kind of puts you in a weird position, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Kind of inserts you into it. And it's like, how do you navigate that?
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
Toxic relationships.
They're all over the place.
They're everywhere.
I was in one.
I was in one too.
No, I was going to say I was in one 2 days ago when you were saying about you being the only person
Damn it. I'm in one now.
that could ever love me.
That is so toxic when you say it like that. Damn it.
Okay.
Can I say the next one?
Let's save the rest for... Let's save the rest.
Oh, okay.
Do you have any... Then we can...
Okay, yeah. We can chat more.
Yeah. I wonder, shall we just do a little, like, life update?
Quick fire.
Because we haven't, like, done much of an update recently. And we haven't been podcasting that much. So, like, what's going on?
I mean, we spoke about us moving.
Yeah, so that's, like, one thing. Let's not touch on that again.
I know, we went a bit in on the last time.
Yeah, I don't know if we sounded like stupid, like, investment advice. Really
we have no idea what we're talking about.
Absolutely not what we were talking about at all. So, shall I say something about me, then you say something about you?
Okay, you want to go first?
Yep.
Hit it.
I've been working on one job for the last, like, 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Which has been super intense.
Crazy stuff.
But, like,
you've not been around.
Cool thing to be doing.
Yeah, it's so tough when you have jobs like that because it's like, I feel like I need to be more organised because everything kind of just goes out the window a bit, doesn't it? And it's like, next time we know you have a job like that, it's like, we need to be making sure you're eating good, you got all the stuff on your desk, everything's organised, and like...
The thing is, it's like, it sounds ridiculous like that because it's like, I'm not a baby.
I know, but
I've got a
the
job.
Pressure is so much that I don't think you have any space in your head to think about anything else.
I do start relying on you quite a lot.
Which is so fine. Yeah. I think that with the hours that you're sat editing and you're almost just like, everyone's calling you and you're directing it and it consumes that time. And people who work freelance know about that when it's like you kind of just, that's your world for a bit. I just want to like be there to help you and make it easy as possible, you know?
We had a massive argument.
Oh my God, yeah, let's talk about that. During that time,
because I didn't want to wash up.
Sounds so petty now. Can we say it a bit more than that?
Yeah, go on.
It was almost like the end of the job was nearing. I had been doing all the housework, which is fine because you literally you'd come in and eat and you just have to go straight to bed because you're getting up really early to have like the longest day ever. But I felt like I needed just the tiniest bit of recognition of it. And I think what happened was we had dinner and then Lewis goes, I'll wash up tonight, babe, like just as my sort of gesture. And I was like, oh my God, I don't have to do it again. Brilliant. And then it turned out that you couldn't because you didn't want to and you wanted to just like have your time that you had at home just chilling instead of doing that job. And then it just lit the switch and then it just blew up into a huge argument, didn't it?
So let's give even more
you want to go
context.
deeper?
No, just a bit more context
from
the day, right? So I got home from work.
Yeah.
You had cooked dinner.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Totally fine.
And yeah, I was like, I'll wash up as like a thank you for cooking dinner.
Yeah.
And then we ate dinner and we both laid on the bed, right?
Yeah, because I had no jobs to do. So I'm scot-free laying on the bed.
So I saw you laying on the bed, and I laid on the bed as well. Right. We laid on the bed for probably half an hour.
It was an hour and a half.
Oh my God. Okay.
That you were like watching YouTube.
It was an hour and a half. Okay, and you were watching whatever.
Yeah,
you were watching.
we were chilling. We were straight chilling. I was lying there thinking, okay, it's getting later. He's not done it, because I know what you're like, and it's good to just do it straight away. Otherwise, you dread it, and then you make an excuse.
So I wanted to lay down.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the boiler was broken.
Yeah.
So we had to drive to your mum's house to go and have a shower.
Which I did really appreciate Lewis taking his evening to drive us there, because you would have just had a cold shower, but I really wanted to like wash my hair. So we drove all the way to Five Ways, had a shower, and chatted to my mum. So that was another chunk of the evening.
So we were at your mum's. We didn't get home till about 10:30.
Yeah, the washing up still in the sink.
Washing up still in the sink.
For me,
we've been at your mum's for an hour and a half as well.
I can't wake up with it all dirty. It's just long. I'd rather have just done it straight away and you not had offered. So I get home and think there's obviously no way you're not going to do it, because we're about to go to bed, you know?
Yeah. So, okay, so the weird thing is, I also had to work that night. I had about 2 or 3 hours worth of work to do after dinner.
And it's 10:30 at this point.
It's 10:30. I was going to do it on your laptop, because my fucking laptop's broken at the moment, so I'm using the iMac in the studio, so I'm much less...
the night's getting later and later.
I can't bop around with work at the moment, which is very long. Really need to get that sorted. So I went to do it on your laptop, and it wouldn't download the latest software. And
we were having an argument at the same time.
Yeah, we were having an argument at the same time because I didn't want to do the washing up.
So then I just flipped and I was like, well, I'll do it then. And now it's 10:30 and I'm doing it, and I wish you never even offered.
Did you do it?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
But we did it while we argued. I did it, and then you were sat on the chair while I was doing it.
I was like sat on the chair, honestly trying to stop my eyes from closing while you were having a go at me.
It was so shit. The whole thing was so shit. So I'm washing up, looking at him like, you're just fucking sitting there, and I'm doing it. But I said, I'll just do it because and I was trying to prove a point to show you how quick it was. And it's like, we're arguing about these plates that if you'd have just done it 2.5 hours ago.
Washing up in a cold water sink as well.
It was just like,
it's rubbish.
But it was just like, the point was so ridiculous that we're having this argument because it had been 4 hours later, you know?
Yeah.
I was absolutely raging.
And then you laid back on the bed.
You were like, I'm going to the studio.
Yeah, the laptop didn't work. I had to come back to the fucking studio.
In the rain.
I was in the studio till like 2:00 in the morning.
And then you slammed the door, and then I went to bed. And then what's nice when you have an argument is in the middle of the night, it's just like, I love you. No, in the morning it was just like, oh, I'm sorry too. And then all the anger's gone, and you're just like in love again. But we did have to...
I just had a really rough day.
I know.
I had such a rough day, and I knew that there was so much more of it to do after I got home as well. It's like, I literally just came home basically to eat, and I wanted to like eat and rest, reset, go back to the studio, do more work.
And it was almost like you shouldn't have offered to do it.
I have no idea why
I offered to do it. I would have just done it, and then we would have just been like, that's another day. Whatever.
In the moment, I was like, oh, this is so, she really deserves for me to do the washing up right now.
Sweet, I know. Do you know what? It's very you to just you do the right thing, but it comes at a cost to you when you should have just not done it that day.
Yeah.
So then we had a long discussion afterwards, and all really was needed is I just needed you to be like, thank you for doing all the stuff in the house. I just needed a little bit of thank yous scattered throughout the week, and then I would have felt fine about it.
Yeah.
I needed recognition, and you needed a break.
Well, thank you.
Thank you too.
And
it's been a pleasure arguing with you.
Since the job's got into post-production, it's calming down
and
a bit.
You've been amazing at home, and you're helping me do all the jobs.
Yeah, I've washed up lots of time.
You fucking star. So yeah, I think we needed to have a bit of an argument. Do you?
The weird thing is, we had a proper like...
It was like...
I sounded like such an arsehole. I was doing the classic, like, I'm making money.
I know. We went into like weird old stereotypes, and you were like, I'm bringing the money home and it's for you. And I was like, I don't want your money. It was like, It was so weird. And I was like...
But I truly was like, I'm so tired because I'm working so much.
I know.
I need you to just not be holding it against me. That I'm
and
not
then
doing
I
this
started
enough.
saying really things that is not what I think, and it was not us being a team. And I was like, "You do those jobs for you," and it was like, "What? Obviously you don't." But I started shouting and being like, "It's your money. Like I don't. It's not to do with me." And it's like, obviously, when you live together and you're a team, like our kind of stuff is for each other. And I was just saying shit I didn't mean.
Yeah.
It was very old school.
We kind of needed a bit of a bust up, didn't we? We haven't had an argument.
Love a good bust up.
Since the last time we argued about me not doing any jobs. That's
all we argue about.
We argue about
And
every 3 months. I would say we have a night where it comes to a head. And
I know. And the other thing is,
do them and
then you don't.
Worm my way out.
Is this boring for everyone? It's fucking not. It's fucking like so just stupid, but it's something we really struggle with, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm flapping around going, it's fine, and I'm washing up going, I don't care. And it's like, obviously I do.
I'm glad the laptop didn't work, actually. I needed to
You
leave.
needed to get out, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, fuck off. Get out my face.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what's been going on with us. But we're friends again.
Oh, super friends, like best friends.
Should we stop it there? Got
Yeah,
something else to talk about, but it's just, I think we've been talking for too long.
Cool. Well, let's make a note
Tune
of it
in
after
next
and
time, baby.
Yeah, we'll talk about it next time. All
Love
right.
you guys.
Hope this was good.
Happy
Again,
bank holiday.
Cheers to everyone.
Love to everyone.
Love to everyone. Thanks for listening. And
Good night.
stink you next week.
Love ya.